Okay, back to the script. Here's what came to the table. This is what I brought to the table to buy this car right here. It's really nice. I mean, I never even drove an electric car before today. I enjoyed just driving it. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and everybody's always saying we don't want electric, we don't want electric. There's no charging infrastructure. They lose their value like overnight. And there's really not, we live in Florida, so the infrastructure is decent here. It's not good, but for my parents or my mom who lives in Pennsylvania, or my family from Indiana, this would be the dumbest thing you could ever do, is buy an electric car. And there's videos all the time about how people hate it. They do not like these things. They're a piece of junk. Not so much the car, but the chargers. Gotta wait in line. I'm not gonna wait in line 30 minutes. Time is more valuable to me than a couple dollars. All right, let me go to the next page here. Again, I don't script videos, but this one I just wanted to get right. So Sarasota really tried hard. They stole me right from Bradenton, which I'd have rather gone to Bradenton. This is pretty far from my house. Well, it's only Sarasota. It's like 15 minutes, but not convenient. I'm surprised when I go to places, people never even recognize me. I'm just a small channel. But you know what? I started it a week ago and I have 500 subscribers. That's a pretty good start. And you know what? After this video, I think I'm going to have a lot more, because I'm going to keep saying, please like it, share it, and subscribe. Not for me. I don't care about this stupid car. Let's see. I'm always so shocked when I go to a business and not one person even notices that I'm taking videos. They didn't even notice. I took a video of the whole inside of the store. It's absolutely beautiful. Why is this only on 2 minutes? Okay, good. I don't want this to be like an hour. I'm just watching the timer to make sure I'm recording and not here standing in the parking lot. Let's see. And you know what? I do all these videos on my little 2019 iPhone 11 Pro Max. I don't care. I don't need fancy equipment. I think people like real. They like that you're at the site, you're talking about the situation. So yeah, very beautiful dealership. And I'm going to get some better pictures when I leave, just because I don't want to end the video short. I want to finish this. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. So I try to go in just as like a normal Joe and see how they really treat their customers. I mean, I think it's important that you treat your customers well. Instead of wasting 3 hours of my time, they should have just told me up front that GM doesn't really want to sell cars. If that had happened to me, I would have never believed it, because I thought Cadillac wanted to sell cars. I guess they don't. In addition, the deal included, I wanted to lease it for 2 years. This specific car. I looked at others. I want to show you the ones I looked at. Let's see what the sticker of this car is. They're not cheap. If you buy them, it's a big, big mistake. Okay. 57,000. That'd be the dumbest thing you could ever do, is buy one of these stupid cars. I wanted to lease it for 2 years. It seemed like fun. I drove it. I liked it. Okay. So I'm really just not a normal average Joe. I had some things that were working for me. I received a loyalty rebate, which I didn't even know Cadillac did that, of $1,500 for that car over there, which I'll show you closer. I've had that for 6 years. It's a 2012. And I was able to get a huge discount because my uncle worked for GM like 30 years. And they are able to give family members a code. I think it's like EV something for the EVs, where you can get a good amount of money off. It was like $3,000 off. So I did that. My sister has bought cars with my aunt and uncle with their code. Let's see, I'm trying to read this and walk. They have bought a lot of cars, not from here, from Bradenton. And I don't know how Bradenton is, but this dealership is crooked. I don't say that lightly. I am a 58-year-old man. I have an undergraduate degree in accounting. I have a minor degree in Bible. I have a master's degree in business. I'm not trying to tout, you know, that I'm somebody special, but I really am not your average Joe. But I think I just wanted to see how people are really getting treated at these kind of places. I mean, you just would never believe it. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish this without, I'm gonna go out to the front when I can. It's my car over there. I don't want to show myself because I don't want to screw this recording up. Okay, we're at 5 minutes. I'm watching the time. So basically, Cadillac didn't just lose one customer today. They lost a whole generation. They lost me. I'm a typical Cadillac buyer, 58, maybe a little young. My aunt and uncle are both in their 80s and have the money to buy any kind of car they want, and they choose Cadillac. And you know what? I don't care. They can do whatever they want. It's their money. This video isn't about them. It's about me. I'm not going to bring them into this. If they want to drive a Cadillac, more power to them. They have enough money they could drive any car they ever wanted to drive. Rolls Royce, probably. I'm not trying to brag here, guys. I'm just trying to tell the truth, because I got to get this off my chest before I go on vacation. Okay, so let's see. If I had not documented this so much, I would have never believed that a person could be treated like this. And again, Cadillac lost a good customer today. You've seen my videos. I'm always bragging about my Cadillac. I mean, it's a decent company. So I got the $1,500 rebate. I got the discount from my aunt and uncle because I was able to use their code legitimately. You're able to get the best deal that they can get. And let's see. I'm not telling them. I don't think they need to know. Nobody even knows I came down here. I did it on Friday morning before work because I just wanted to see. I mean, I wanted to drive one. I wasn't going to buy one, but I thought, you know what? It's a 2-year lease. And then we really went downhill from here. Sarasota Cadillac, shame on you. Shame on GM. I mean, let's see. The only thing in my profile that's a little bit negative is my credit score. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's not the best because I went through a divorce. We had a business and a lot of the debts followed me. I do not have a bankruptcy on my account. I filed 10 years ago. It's not on my account anymore. And I don't want to share this information with you. I just don't, but I'm going to because I don't care. Who cares? I don't care if people want to know. I don't want to tell people, but okay, so let's see. Okay, so the negative thing was my credit score as far as, but I don't know why the hell we're talking about a credit score. I was going to pay cash. It was a little under 10,000. I said, hey, I'll just give you cash. Can I wait till next week because it's Friday night and I don't think I can take $9,000 out before Saturday or Sunday. So I said, I'll pay you in the middle of next week. And sure, yeah, that's great. Sales manager agreed to it. The salesman was good. He was one of the best things. I liked the salesman. He had nice white teeth. He was a nice guy. He gave me a lot of information about the car, let me drive it, and we had a good time until we tried to do the deal. So, and then, okay, I'm not sure how many people Cadillac or Sarasota or GM can offend in one day. And I don't want to share this because it's personal, but I will. If I have to get, I mean, I don't have anything to lose here. I don't care if people know this. Most people know that I'm on disability. I've been on disability for 10 years because I went through a time in my life where I kind of went through a mental breakdown. I was doing too much, which I'm doing right now, and I gotta watch, but I was unable to function. So my mother said, hey, let's get disability for you. I said, disability? I'm not going to get disability. But you know what? In Pennsylvania, it's the easiest state to get it. I got it. And now, and again, I don't want to share this. It's so personal. I get $2,900 a month because when I worked, I made good money. So that's my base income. And I put that on my application. So they knew that I was getting disability. I'm disabled, officially. Do I feel like I am? No. But you know what? I paid into it for years. I get Medicare. I'm happy. I mean, I think it's fair. So there you go. Thank you, GM. Thank you, Sarasota Cadillac, for offending a disabled person. It's not like I rolled in here in a wheelchair, but I mean, some people's mental illness is just as bad as physical. Luckily, I have a great doctor, and all of those that know me today would never have suspected I've ever been through it. But you know what? Everybody goes through stuff. It ain't just me. And I've learned to deal with that. Now, I'm going to start to try to walk towards the front here just to get some better photos, and I apologize, but I'm trying to read this and walk. So I am so grateful for a strong heart. I'm grateful that I can withstand stress, because today just about did me in. I mean, this really pissed me off. It really bothered me that they won't even let me come in and pay cash for a lease. Why? Why? So in addition to my disability, I work at our church. I'm a music minister and an office manager. I'm not going to tell you how much I make, but I make, I don't know, $30,000. So altogether making about $60,000, which I'm happy. I don't have any debts. I told them, and I put on my application, I own my house free and clear. Check the deed. 4836 78th Street, Bradenton, Florida. It's my mom and I's. We share it in case something happens to one of us. She's already got plenty of money of her own. She doesn't need this house. So I'm trying to read. I'm sorry. It's hard to walk. But I think it's just fun to have a picture to look at. I don't want it to be of me. So thank you, Sarasota Cadillac. Sunset. My in-laws really like Sunset. I'm sorry that it wasn't a good experience for me. I think it would really hurt their feelings, so I'm not going to tell them that their car dealership treated their nephew like shit. I'm not a swearer, guys. You know me. Okay. Just because you're a minister doesn't mean you don't say mean words. I'm trying to just breathe and just get it out. So thank you for disrespecting a local minister in your community. I'm in Bradenton. This is Sarasota. It's all kind of the same. So my house is paid for. Here it is. I don't have any pictures of GM, but I'm trying to stay away from the front here, so I'm going to go back towards the side. I don't want to draw attention. I don't even care. I called him today and talked to him for an hour because it's the biblical thing to do. You go to the person first. So, I own my car, free and clear. I live by myself. Until recently, my daughter lived there. I don't need more than one car. What the heck? I like my Cadillac. It's 15 years old. Did like it. But after today, I want nothing to do with this company. I mean, it's sad because I was one of their biggest fans. You've seen my videos. In addition to all my, here we go. In addition to all my assets, my strong salary, and the most ludicrous part of this is the fact that I was going to be paying cash. They don't even have security down here. They don't care. They don't care. So with all these discounts, loyalty discount for being a Cadillac customer for a long time. My uncle, my uncle worked for GM for 30 years. They get a family discount that they are legitimately allowed to give to family members, like my sister, who is their niece, and I'm their nephew. But, hello, the bottom line is I was paying cash. I was just going to use my debit card or whatever. I just need a few minutes to pull it all together because I don't have a lot of cash just sitting in accounts to be spent on a Friday night. So, let's see. Got the price under $9,000, which I thought, wow, I can drive a $60,000 SUV for like $420 a month. It'd be fun. That'd be nice to take on trips. 10,000 miles a year is included. You get that paid for. So I was so excited when I left the dealership. I thought this is going to be neat to have a little car, have an SUV. I like the color. It's just me. There's a black one. Didn't like the other colors. There's a 2027 in the showroom. They didn't even show me that because I'm sure they don't want to take a loss on that. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. So, it really was a nice car. I liked it. I like the styling. I think they're nice looking. But you know what? Cadillac's not the only people that make SUVs, electric ones. I don't even want one. I just thought, I'll drive it, come down, make a deal. So, let's see. The finance manager, I'm thinking his name, and I'm pretty good with names. I wrote him down. Matt Tui. I called him, and I said, and I was nice. And I said, listen, I was down there. Sorry, I don't want that to show up on the screen. I was down there. And he said, well, give me a call, because we need to talk about a couple issues. And I thought, okay, they probably just need clarification. And I looked at the website, I couldn't even find anybody's name. They probably don't want them to be named. But this dealership here is known as your trusted hometown dealer. And I don't think that could be further from the truth. What the heck? They won't even sell me a car on a lease with cash for a payment of less than $10,000? Had it not happened to me in writing, I have everything. I have video, I have writing, I have the contract. And he did say at the end, which is this is how they get out of it, it's contingent on financing. I said, well, listen, I'm paying cash. I'm not financing. I don't want payments. I'll pay cash. I'll pay $9,000. It's a heck of a deal. And you know what? They didn't probably want to do it. Because this greedy son of a bitch company, GMC and Cadillac, especially Sarasota Cadillac, this is where I was today, this morning. I'm getting this off my chest. I don't give a rip what they do with this, but I'm getting this off my chest. They will not sell me a car for cash. I signed the contract. I said I would be back next week because it was Friday, like I said before, okay. And the finance manager, I called him and he said, well, you don't meet GM's grid. I'm like, grid? What kind of grid do you have for somebody paying cash? I'm not freaking financing this car. I'm not financing it. I'm paying you cash. So they are at best sketchy. Do not come here. I'm warning you. This is why nobody wants to buy a Cadillac, because this dealership here, I don't know how Bradenton is. I don't think they're as bad as this one. This little grubby place grabbed me right off the internet last night and just it was humiliating. Let's see. Signed the contract. They said it was contingent on financing, which I wasn't financing it. So I talked to Matt. He said, well, I don't think we can do it, but can you get a cosigner? Now, I've run businesses. Oh my gosh. I've run businesses my whole life. I've taken loans my whole life. As far as I know, if you're paying cash, you don't fucking need a cosigner. What the hell? What the hell? I don't need a cosigner. And you know what? Who am I gonna ask? My mommy? I have a net worth of $500,000 just on my own, and I would never share these things. I own my house. I own my car. I don't have any bills. Okay, so, but it's fun to do these videos because nobody has time to do this. I have time. I have a part-time job at the church, and I will expose big companies like this. So, let's see. So he proceeded to tell me that GM turned me down to spend cash to buy this vehicle. What? They turned me down. Okay, so they don't want the money. They don't want their $9,000 because it's probably not enough profit. They don't want to do all these discounts for a single person. But it gets much worse. During this time, this little grubby finance manager, and I called him, I gave him a chance to respond, and he said, sir, we just can't do anything. You need a cosigner. All right. So I said, well, I'll just maybe look for a different, brand. I didn't want to, but let's see. They were busy on the backside running my credit. Why the fuck are you running my credit when I'm not financing the vehicle? I checked my inquiries, and this is why you get bad credit. GMC pulled my credit for Equifax and for TransUnion, which made my score go down 5 points in one day. For a loan that I'm not even taking, I was paying cash. That's criminal. At the most, it's sketchy. I don't care. This is their problem, not my problem. I'm just giving you the information. Let's see. I'm sorry, I lost my place. So again, 58 years old, never thought I would experience such a sketchy, dishonest situation. Don't come here, guys. I don't want to see somebody else get taken. My salesman, and I believed him, he said, well, we sell a lot of these. I bet you do. They want them to finance it. They want you to roll a used car in it, and they want you to pay $1,000 a month. I don't want to do that. I want to pay, even 400 was a little high, I thought. But you know what? It was fun. I'm at the point in my life where I can afford a little fun, but it won't be with Cadillac anymore, I'll tell you that. And I'm, you know, you guys know I'm a Cadillac fan. I've loved my car. I've been a lifelong Cadillac fan. I look at older ones for sale, like 77 Coupe, 79. I'm on the internet all the time looking to see if I can get one. But you know what? It's a bad investment. I don't spend a lot on cars, but you know what I did buy this week? A baby grand piano. Because that's an asset where if you buy it and you sell it the next day, you get the same amount. So I want to put a little plug in for my dear friend Anthony at Bayfront Piano. I don't have it paid for yet because he gave me till the end of the month, or to the end of next month. He said, when you have it half paid, I'll come and I'll bring it. I don't like to use all my cash. I don't have a lot of cash. I'm what you call house poor. Nice house, but not much money. Whatever, I don't care. I have everything I could possibly want. I have a swimming pool, I have a beautiful home, I have a wonderful family. That's all that matters to me. I don't give a shit about GM or Cadillac. Okay. So they were busy running their little credit reports. Sketchy, criminal. I don't care, I'm not gonna sue them. If it's criminal, then they'll be exposed by this video because I hope it goes viral. Please like it, subscribe, not for me, for us. You're my viewers, and this needs to get out. I'm spending my time on what is tonight, Friday night, down here in Sarasota. What time is it? It's late, I'm getting tired. So, they ran credit financing for a car that I wasn't even buying. I wasn't even financing, I bought it. Okay. So being a music minister, love to do music, Bradenton, at the best church, Braden River Church. Put a little plug in for my little small church. It's only about 100 people, but we love each other. We love music. So one thing I learned when I got a degree in Bible is the biblical concept of reconciliation, which starts with step one. You go to the person. So after this happened, I went to the person. I talked to the finance manager. Then if they don't listen, you take some people with you. So my friend was here. He didn't go in, but I took you guys because you're here tonight. So those are my friends. And the third step you do in church discipline, based on Matthew 7, it's the best system we have for fair and just, is to bring the person before the church. I don't see a lot of that anymore because it's not real popular to bring somebody up in front of the church and humiliate them, and I don't think it's very effective. So because this is a greedy large corporation that is immoral and doesn't operate with any goal except to make money, I am asking, I'm sure I won't get it, I want a public apology from the president of Cadillac, apologizing for the way I was treated. I want that orange Optic for free. I don't want to fucking lease it, I want it for free. Give it to me. If you can't, you can't. I don't care, it's your problem. I sincerely doubt that they'll even pay any attention. It's the weekend, which was why I love Friday night viral videos, because they don't respond even to money. By that time you have, I don't know, 100,000 views. I don't know what this will get. I hope it gets a lot. And I'm going to remind you, please like, subscribe, share, and comment, because then we'll get in the algorithm. I don't care, I'm done tonight. I'm going to be off for a few days and I need it. Okay. So, there's other EVs, there's other cars you can buy. It doesn't have to be a Cadillac. There's decent companies like Lexus. I've liked them. Let's see, 24 minutes, we're still good. My daughter just leased a Toyota. She went in and leased a 2025 Toyota RAV4, nice car. She signed a 30-month lease on her own and is paying maybe $400 a month. When here, her dad, who has a lot more money, good job, Social Security, disability, needs a cosigner? What? I'm not financing it. Why in the fuck do I need a cosigner? I'm sorry for the language. I just am so... I've calmed down a lot, though. I take a little break. I'm just... out of breath because I'm walking around the parking lot. I'm going to put this book down and finish this. I haven't been too bad. I'm going to walk over to my car at the end. And also, okay. So I want a public apology from the president of Cadillac. His name, I Googled it. Let's see, I wrote it down. I don't know if I can find it quickly. His name is Christian Aquilina, Kristian Aquilina. He's been the president of Cadillac since January 2026. Someone like that should be fired immediately, but I will accept a public apology, and I want this for free. I don't want to lease it, I want it for free. If I get it, I don't care. I don't need it, but I want it. And secondly, I want a public apology from Mary Barra. She's the CEO of GM. Now, you know what? I'm all for women in business, but this lady is a crook. This is criminal, what they're doing. And that's their problem. I don't give a shit what they do about it. It's their problem, not my problem. I would suggest, and you know what? I Googled, who are some great women leaders? And her name was on the top of the list. You know who I think is a great leader? And this is not political because I tend to favor Republicans. I'm not MAGA, but you know who I would put in charge of Cadillac or GM? A person like Elizabeth Warren. I love her. She fights for the little people. So big companies like this don't screw you over and you take it in the butt over and over and over and over again. They do. If it's not for politicians and government regulation like she's always pushing, she fights for the people. Somebody needs to hire her and pay her, what, $1 billion, whatever Mary's getting. Elizabeth Warren is one of my favorite people. I'm sure my Republican friends hate that, but she is. She's a leader. She fights for the people. Get rid of this asshole Mary. I don't care. She doesn't have any more credentials than I do. I got a master's, I got a degree in accounting, I have a minor in Bible. Who does she think that she's better than me? I'm a customer, more so than anything. So Elizabeth Warren, put her in charge. No one wants your cars, and no one can even buy them with cash. I came, and they will not even sell to me for cash. I think I just got too good of a deal, which I think the real good deal is going to be the ad revenue I'm able to make on this video, because it'll be huge. I do not want this to turn off. So I'll have lots of nice cars. I just want to be able to walk through like a classic car dealership like I posted the other day and say, hey, I want that one, I want that one. Instead of being just a looky-loo, I want to be a buy-e-loo, like buy them. Okay. So I am severing my relationship with Cadillac. Not that they care, but I am not going to support this kind of chicanery and shenanigans, as we would say in the church. I will not support it. I will not promote it. They still can make it right. What's it to them? $1 billion company. Give me a fucking new car. I want it. Sorry for the French, guys. It really pisses me off. Okay, I do not want this to turn off. Okay, I'm trying to hold it. Okay. What I taught my kids, and I've taught others, and I had to learn it the hard way. I told you that in another video about being a father. You got to man up. When you make a mistake, say you're sorry. She needs to say publicly she's sorry. Is she? No, she doesn't give a rip. She's on a beach somewhere this weekend getting her, she probably gets $1 billion. I'm sure that she does stock options. And so I don't know what happened today behind the scenes, but it's criminal. Am I going to go get an attorney? No, I don't have time. After today, this is their issue. I hope this blows up. So again, I'm reminding you, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and let's make this go viral. Not for me, but for them treating a decent person, a father, a grandfather, a decent person like shit. Had I not had a strong heart, that's what it just pretty much did me in. But I'm going to take a nice bath tonight, go to my pool, and forget this whole situation as soon as I get this video posted, because Friday nights are a great night because nobody cares from corporate. I worked for corporate. They don't care. They're busy with their own stuff, their families, and all their money. So what I'm wondering, can you really pick one person like me to offend all the categories? Geez. This Mary like I said, I Googled, and she was on like all the top of the lists as most influential, most best leader. She's a loser. I would be glad to bring her before our church and spank her ass. In the church, that's a donkey. I said insert laugh here. That's a donkey, so spank her ass. Her and the donkey she rode in on. She deserves it. Shame on GM, shame on Cadillac. Buyer beware. Do not come to this dealership. This is a scam. I wanted to pay cash and they wouldn't take it. They wanted to put me into some kind of, why are you running my credit? I'm not fucking financing this. I'm buying it outright for $9,000. It's too good of a deal. They don't want to do it. So I'm too busy to worry about GM's problems. I have my own. I work at a church and there's plenty of issues, but I go to the best church in Bradenton, Braden River Church. Come visit us. We love people. And we don't put up, again, like I said, with these shenanigans and chicanery. That's from my Baptist background there. Okay. So, you've lost a faithful, loyal family of Cadillac lovers. I'm not even going to tell my Aunt Midge because she will go haywire. She'll call GM, she'll give them hell, and I don't want them to lose their love for a good car. If they like it, they're 80. Why? I'm not going to worry them with this. It's not their issue. I thought about filming at their house and showing you their Cadillac CT5, which is beautiful. It's dark gray. They have a Cadillac XT5. They have a Buick. They're a GM family. He worked for GM, for God's sakes, for 30 years. I live right next door. My house is worth $500,000. Theirs is worth maybe $600,000. They got more money than anybody I know, and they choose Cadillac, which is fine. Everybody can make personal decisions. So here's what I want from Mary. Can she do it? Absolutely she can. This is small potatoes. Let's make this right. I want a 2027 Cadillac Escalade for my son and daughter-in-law and their kids because of how disgusting you are. How criminal this was, and what really happened today behind the scenes, which I have no idea what the conversations were. I think it was, hey, we can't do this. You got to get out of this. Blame it on, he needs a fucking co-signer? I don't even want to finance it. I'm paying cash, you dildos, morons. I'm sorry, sometimes just words, you can't grab the right ones. Okay. So, let's really try to stick it to the man here, followers. This is your channel. I started it, and again, the name of the channel is Sense, Sense, and Sense. The first sense is S-E-N-S-E, common sense. Second sense is C-E-N-T-S, money. They got so much money here. GM is so rich, but Cadillac's gonna go out of business because they pull stuff like this. And it's sad, because once they were the standard of the world, and now look what they've become, a little electric dealer that is willing to screw over anybody. I don't care. I'm gonna have a great weekend. But I want to get this off my chest so I don't have to be thinking about it, because I don't deserve that, to be treated like that. What kind of shareholders would even put up with this? Is the almighty dollar so important that you're willing to sell out your soul to the devil? I'm a Christian. I don't believe in this stuff. This is satanic. I mean, I like money, but after a while, I don't care. I have a beautiful house, a nice car, I have friends, I have family, I have a church, I have music. I don't need anything else. I'm happy. Keep telling my mom I'm happy. She's like, you gotta find a woman. I have friends. I don't need a woman living with me telling me what to do. That's another sermon. So, and you know who else I'd put in charge of something like this? And I know people that know me are gonna hate this. I've always been a huge fan of Hillary Clinton. Say what you will about Hillary Clinton, but she is a leader. She will lead. Trump is a leader. Do you like him? I don't care. I don't like everything he does, but he leads. She leads. I was very disappointed. I'm not going to talk politics, but I was very disappointed when he didn't make her a part of his cabinet the first term. I thought that would have been a nice thing to do. She was a decent Secretary of State. Was she perfect? No. Is anybody? How long did Rex Tillerson last? 6 months? 3 months? But put Hillary in charge of something like this. Does she need the money? No. But at least, you know, maybe people will be treated right and she'll lead like a leader and not like a criminal like Mary Barra. I looked her name up because I wasn't sure. Christian. I don't know, whoever the last name is, I said it already. Or put Elizabeth Warren, like I said. Okay, this is getting long, but I think this is possibly the most important video I think I've ever made in my life. I mean, I have time. What do they do with someone who rolls in here in a car that's not paid for, all sketchy, which you don't find a lot of that in Sarasota, but what did they do here at Sarasota Cadillac? I called them. I gave them a chance to address this. They said, sir, you know, it's a corporate decision. Okay, thank you. Maybe they'll get it right next time. Maybe they won't. I'm going to keep walking. I think there's somebody inside, but I don't give a rat's ass. There's the 12027 they have in there. They didn't even offer me that. They don't want to give me a deal on that. We need your mommy to co-sign. Okay, first of all, my mother is probably worth at least $2 million. She's not going to co-sign on a fucking Cadillac. She hates them. She's a Lincoln person. If I called her and said, Mom, can you... I don't even know what the loan would be. I wasn't taking a loan. I was paying cash, but I don't know. Can you co-sign the cash? I have a master's degree. I have an accounting degree, and I've never heard of such goofiness. It's criminal. This company here, and GM, I don't know who's really in charge, but I think it's Sunset. They're all over down here. They have a bunch of dealers, and they're ripping people off. They want people that have no money, because they want to roll you into a lease for 5 years and have you pay $1,500 a month because you owe money on your last card. They don't want a cash customer like me. They don't want someone who got a good deal just because of family, friends, being a loyal Cadillac customer. They want someone with a 15-year-old trade that still owes money on it, where they can roll a bunch of money and charge finance charges. They don't want me. And you know what? After today, I don't want them. But I tell my kids, and I tell people, everybody I know, if you make a mistake, the best thing you can do is say you're sorry. I learned this the hard way. I worked for Marathon Oil, and I had a boss, which I told you in another story, named Jack Grant. And I had to do a proposal, and I didn't do the best job, and I was stupid enough to blame it on my wife and say, well, she typed it. I think she got it wrong. He almost hit the ceiling. And you know what? I learned that day that you take responsibility, Mary. You take responsibility, Christian, for what you do to your customers. You apologize, and I want a public apology. Will you do it? I doubt it, but I want it for principle. And I want a new Escalade, and I want a new fucking Optic. Do I need him? No. But I got a son that has 3 kids, my grandkids, and his wife, Morgan. I have Benny, I have Finley, and I have Abel, the first Spangler to be born in the Spangler line that will carry on my name. And the last thing I think I would ever do is say, hey, Abel, you need to buy a Cadillac like Pappy. Or like the girls call me Tappy. I have grandkids because you can send them home. But really? You do think I'll ever recommend this company to anybody? But you know, let's make it right. Let's give a person, a family who needs a car, a nice car. I don't care. This is your problem, not my problem. No one's buying Cadillacs. I know why. Because I came and I saw. And he said we sell cash cars every day. You know, we let people pay. And I asked him right up front, can I pay cash? Absolutely. But here they are, being all sketchy and criminal, running a background check. Background? What in the hell do you need to know my background? Running 3 different credit checks, reducing my already low credit score. I don't care. Everybody struggles with different things. I don't need a credit score. I don't need to borrow for a house. I don't need to borrow for a car. I don't give a shit about my credit score. I check it all the time. I check Equifax. I check Experian. I check TransUnion almost daily. I don't know why. I guess I'm obsessed with trying to get it better because I'm a perfectionist. I want everything to be great. So again, Cadillac used to be the standard of the world, but today it's full of a lot, which I showed you, of EVs. I don't even think they have, well, okay. These CTSs, I'm not going to promote them. They're nice, but they're junk. I don't want it. They won't even lease or sell them for cash. Okay, it's getting late. What time is it? I don't know, it's late, I'm tired. It's been a long day, and I don't deserve to be treated like this. I'm exhausted. because a company screwed me. GM and Sarasota of Cadillac, they didn't care when I called. Well, sir, okay, that's fine. I was nice. I didn't say any mean words. I always take a couple breaths because in one of my videos, I had to laugh because one of the advice things was write a nasty email, read it, and then delete it. Don't ever send it. And I don't do emails anymore because I don't care. I told him. I did it biblically. I went to the first person. I took you guys with me. So please like, subscribe, and share. Let's make this go viral for the sake of the big company that rips everybody off. And let's put GM where they belong in Cadillac, in the dumpster. Take care, my friends, and have a wonderful weekend with your friends and your family. Not riding in a Cadillac because you're selling yourself short. With Mary, she probably has a nice Escalade. She doesn't give a shit about people, about customers. What a loser. I can say it. I'm just as qualified as she is. I could be the president. I don't want to be. I don't want that responsibility to have to treat people like they deserve. Let's see if I can get run over here. That'd be a great ending to the video. Okay. Sadly, the one thing that I really wanted today was a white hat. And that white hat was put in the contract, and I was told that I would get it because I made them do that. I wanted a white hat. I don't have a white hat. And I wanted a black one too, but they will only give me one. Too expensive. I can't give you two. So here I am with no white hat. But I'd rather wear any white hat with a logo other than Cadillac, because for a lifelong, I've supported them, I've promoted them, and I've liked their cars, sadly. I did get something from them, and I want to show you. Here, this is my car. This will be the last time you see me promoting it because I'm selling it. I will not ride in a Cadillac after a few days here. I'm just going to put it on Marketplace and get rid of the stupid thing. Loved it, and it's a beautiful car. It's a 2012. It looks like brand new. Let me just walk around because first person that's willing to send me 12 grand Venmo, 10,000 cash if you're local, I'll sell it. Or I'll put it on Marketplace. I don't care. If I even get 5 grand. It only has 118,000 miles. It has every available option. It has heated seats. It has cooled seats. It's the most unique one I've ever seen. I've never seen one with beautiful wheels like this. I've never seen one with chrome here. I was told, and this is probably a sales pitch by some Cadillac dealer, oh, this is an executive's program car. All right, I'll give you 15 grand for it 6 years ago. It's been a good car. So if you're interested, please make a comment. It's for sale. Nice inside, not any rips. Beautiful. Is it brand new? No. It's 15 years old, but no problems. You know what I like about this car? There's no payment. I don't invest in cars. It's a waste. I invest in pianos. I invest in people, and I try to live an honest and upright life. Do I fail? Of course. But I've told people I'm sorry. I've told my kids I'm sorry. I've told my parents I'm sorry. And I don't understand why someone like Mary Barra or Christian haven't learned this at their level. Really? You can't even apologize? Just think of how powerful it would be for them to come on and say, you know, we really feel bad for what happened to one of our customers. But after today, it's their problem. I don't care. I'm too tired to care. Okay. Anyways, if you want to buy the car, let me know. I'm going to get in because somebody's coming out, so I'll see you later. I don't trust anybody riding up on me, but okay, let's see. I can talk a few minutes after I lock my door. I got to get out of here. I knew this would happen. They probably suspect that I'm down here. That's fine. There's that guy, whoever that is over there, but I'm going to try to keep videoing until I end this. Okay, he's probably security. And if he chases me, got a 3.6 in this thing, and I will, okay, I'm not only going to video a little bit here, but here we are in the beautiful town of Sarasota. I'm going to go by here. We got the worst company in the whole town, Sunset Cadillac. I'm going to keep driving. Here's my screen. It's old, it's funny, but look at this. I don't know if I can do this when I'm driving. It pops up and down. I don't care, that's cool. But after today, it's for sale. Like I said, if anybody wants to send me 10 grand in cash or come by, or send 12,000 in Venmo, that's what it's worth. If not, I'll put it on Marketplace, and I don't give a shit about what I get for it because I'm getting something else. I will never walk into a Cadillac dealership again. I will never, ever recommend that you ever buy a Cadillac. I gotta go slow here because I'm like a cop, but I'm gonna keep filming because I'm gonna go slow. I will never ever recommend you buy a Cadillac. Never walk in the dealership. I don't care what they do, but you know what? Be a woman, be a man, and admit that you made a mistake. To me, I don't care who made it. The company that I see with the sign out front says Sarasota Cadillac. I don't care if it's GM or if it's whoever it is. I don't care, because to me, that company is Cadillac. I'm gonna let the seatbelt ring because I will not try to lose this. I want to finish this correctly. I forget exactly because I lost my script since I'm driving, but just apologize and be nice and just give me 2 free cars. Be nice. It's a nice gesture. Do I need them? No. But my son does, and I probably just by the money I make on this video, I'll be able to buy him a car, and I will. They need it. They're driving a Ford Explorer, which is not my first choice. My family is a family of Fords. I don't know how I ever got over to Cadillac, but I don't like Lincolns, so I don't want one of those either. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. The street up or down is Clark Road, and they have a bunch of dealerships. I don't want a German car. I don't want Mercedes. I don't want BMW. I've had them. They're too much maintenance. I think the best cars are Lexus, and I don't know, maybe I don't know, like a coupe or something, a convertible, not new, used. Or possibly, the one car I kind of liked was the BMW i8. It was like a hybrid, and now I could probably actually afford to maintain it. It's a BMW, but you can find those for, I don't know, 30, 40,000, cheaper than an Optic, and it's only partially electric. I don't really want full electric. I would do it as a second car. That's why I was interested. But here's Gettle. They're a good company. Go to Gettle, like they say. Not your hometown trusted dealer, Sarasota Cadillac. Really? Okay, I'm gonna keep videoing a little bit here. I'm gonna run this up to like 50 minutes, maybe 55, because it's not all that hard as I thought it would be. Let me just put this down. I meant to put my seatbelt on, and I will be right back. I touch this phone the wrong way, but I really want to have my seatbelt on. Okay. And I don't want to belabor the point of all this, but I just want to show you what a beautiful town we live in. And if I want to keep this phone down because I know you're not allowed to do this in Florida, but there's my previous former emblem. I don't even know what I want. I looked on Marketplace and I just don't, other than an i8, but they sit so low and they don't look very comfortable. I don't know what. Do you guys have any suggestions? Please like, comment, and share to make this video go viral for the sake of the little man. Let's show GM and Cadillac they can't mistreat people, or they can, they do, but how many people go in there, the average Joe, and I'm somewhat, but I have a few things that a lot of people don't have, you know, maybe a little more money, whatever, I don't care, I don't care about money, but what are they doing to the normal people? If this is how, luckily, I had 3 hours, or almost 4, and I had it researched. I knew what I wanted, I knew what it should cost, and I said, I want to do the deal, I'm willing to sign today, let's just get it done, I'll give you $9,000. That's not very much money. But then they got goofy and started to act like I was financing it and ran a credit report. Sketchy, criminal. I think that's criminal. I don't even know if you're allowed to do that. Somebody probably should say. Okay, so luckily I have the kind of schedule where I can do these kind of things. It was a heck of a day, and you know what? This kind of thing is so stressful on your health. That's why you probably won't hear from me for probably a week. I'm gonna let this thing rock and roll. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let's make this thing get some traction. I don't care if it only gets 1,000 views. I don't care. Sometimes I look at the channel, sometimes I don't. I love putting things on there. I think the people that I've done it for 1 week and I have 500 subscribers, so I think people like it. I try to put funny stuff on there, and I gave it a name where it says Sense, Sense, and Sense, so I could do different topics. I can do topics about sense, S-E-N-S-E, and I don't mean to keep going on, but I'm just going to do this since I'm in the car. I have to drive back to Bradenton now. and I'm so tired, but this was worth it. Sense, S-E-N-S-E, common sense. This makes no common sense what happened here today. Cents, C-E-N-T-S, money. Okay, you don't want my money, so I'll go to a different dealership. You're not the only one that sells cars. I'll go right down the road and buy a Toyota like my daughter did without a cosigner. They didn't even ask her for a cosigner. I'm being asked for a cosigner by their finance manager. His last name was Tui. I don't have it in front of me, but really? And then I called him and he just was so tone deaf. I was nice, and I guess if I would have started yelling and been like all kind of crazy, that maybe he would have taken it more seriously, but I don't want to get my blood pressure up. I think Clavicular used to say he doesn't want to get his cortisone up. It's not worth it. I feel really tired tonight, and I'm just going to take a chance to swim in my pool tonight. Pool, everybody makes fun of how I say that. And I'm going to get a good night's sleep. I would love to get more than 4 hours. And I think tonight I will, because I'm going to sleep well, knowing that I said what needed to be said. So anyways, I'm going to do a few more minutes here. Maybe we'll run this up to an hour, just because I don't have anything to do in the car, and it's somewhat safe. I'll show you. I live in one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Sarasota, Florida is so nice, and so is Bradenton. And it's really offers so much. They offer palm trees. Love the palm trees here. They offer different types of birds that you don't see up north. We actually have wild parrots, which are like in the trees, like green parrots. It's just the coolest thing. What else do we have here that I really like? The beach. I forgot about the beach, because people that live here don't go to the beach. It's too busy. I have always made it a goal of mine to try to go to the beach once a week. Never have I ever done that, because you drive out and it's like a 3-hour wait. But I went a couple weeks ago for the first time, and it was so unbearably hot that I'm kind of tan and I got burnt. I mean, and for the rest of the day, I literally had no energy. My mom called that night and she hung up on me. She said, "You're fussy." Okay, I'm sorry. But by the way, Mom, will you co-sign for, I don't know what, cash? Will you give me $9,000? I mean, I know you gave me 10 for Christmas last year, but I need you to co-sign for this cash. I don't get that. I don't understand where in the world a company could legitimately do something like that. Okay, let's see what this car is. What is that? Oh, Buick. That's GM. I'm going to scratch all GM products off my list. I don't really like any of the other ones besides Cadillac. Let's see, what else do I like? Japanese. I think it's better than German. I've had German cars, and you better have a lot of monies, folks, if you're going to have a German car, because they're expensive to fix. I've had BMWs, like them. It is the ultimate driving machine, but it's the ultimate costing machine. I never had a Mercedes, but I don't want one. I don't want German, so I don't know what's left. Lexus would be, that's one of the better cars I've had. I liked my Kia, but I think they're junk these days. Anybody, please comment like what you have that you like. I don't want a little SUV like everybody else's. I was willing to get this one because it was electric, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to tool around in, and we have a good charging network. I could charge it right across from work, and I was told, for those of you that don't know, you can charge them at your house with a regular plug. I did not know that. You can also, well, I'm not going to promote Cadillac. I'm not going to give you details about that, but most cars I would be afraid to put in my garage, because most of them, they say it can catch on fire. And I asked the salesman that, and he said, ours don't. Okay, ours don't. They don't catch on fire. So, okay, yours don't catch on fire, but all the other ones do. So I was kind of worried about that. Even if I bought it because I was going to lease it, it would always be parked outside, because I don't care. I'm taking it back in 24 months. And I get 10,000 miles, which I probably will not even use, because I won't take it anywhere. I'm not going to sit along the interstate and charge this stupid thing for an hour. That's the problem with electric cars. There's just not much infrastructure. I mean, other than Florida, and we have a good infrastructure. We got Tesla, has really about the best network if you can share. We have, who else do we have? all of these other places, though, you drive up and they're like out of business. You have to download some kind of app. And sometimes, not around here, but I see all these posts on Facebook where people are just sitting in line because there's so many people that need to charge. Okay, I'm going to go to a Christian station because I need some encouragement tonight. I want to hear something, let's see, 91.5. I want to hear something by Chris Tomlin, something by, let's see. Oh, you know who my favorite is CeCe Winans. This video is becoming about all kinds of things, but I want to end it on somewhat of a positive note because it's just really did not make my day. And after today, I'm selling this piece of shit and I'm getting something different, but I don't know what. So I've been kind of looking on Marketplace. I don't know what I want, just something cheap. Before, you could buy these cars for like $6 or $7 grand because nobody drives them, and they're great cars, but they were. I'm not going to promote this ever again. So that's my last word about Cadillac. Whatever I find in the future, that is what I will promote. I will promote whatever I end up finding. Let me think what else I like. I'm going to ramble a little bit because I want to drive you by my house. I have a few minutes, and I'm trying to drive slow so I'm not a danger. I don't want to get arrested. You're not supposed to be doing this, but I don't know. If they want me to pay a fine today, I'll pay it. Because, like I said, I wasted 3 hours of very, very valuable time this morning. Because you know what? As you age, time is one thing you cannot ever get back. You can get money back. You can't get time back. They stole 3 hours of my time. Listen to that muffler. I'm getting the muffler replaced on this car tomorrow, so I don't want to sell it without dual exhaust. It sounds like a sports car. My friend Dina makes fun of me because she's like, I know I hear you when you're outside. I don't just see you, I hear you. But it has dual exhaust, so it's not like embarrassingly loud, but I'm getting it fixed tomorrow. The last thing I will ever spend money on this car, then it's out. I don't care if I have to give it away. Maybe I'll give it to somebody. I don't care. I should probably give it to my son, but I just got to find some for myself. Maybe I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to drive this until I find something. I'm not just going to leave myself with no car. Okay, so let's see. What were we talking about? Yes, we're on the Christian music station. I like CeCe Winans. She is one of the best Christian singers I've ever heard. Her version of Worthy of It All, her version of, okay, let me be careful, I just gotta watch traffic. Her version of The Goodness of God, which my daughter sings. You can watch videos of me singing with my daughter. I can't wait to get my piano because then we can do it at home. But right now we're doing it at the church because I helped our church get a new grand piano. It's a Yamaha from Bayfront Piano. My friend Anthony Duffy, best tuner. I wanted a good tuner and I wanted to get a piano. This guy does both. He's just great to work with. I helped the church get a used Yamaha, one of the best pianos you'll ever buy. A piano is a good investment because my piano, he made me a heck of a deal. It was on the website for $8,900. He sold it to me for $5,800 because we're friends. It's a Kawai, Kawai, my second favorite brand. My all-time favorite brand is Steinway, but I don't have $60,000 for a piano. But I will finally have a grand piano back at my home. That's one of the worst things about moving to Florida. Excuse me. You know what? Look at this. This is one thing I did get. I got Cadillac water. So I guess I did get something. He offered that to me and I said, yeah, I'll take a bottle. And then he made me go get it myself. Kind of rude, but so I did get Cadillac water. So I have to compliment him on that, giving me the freak. I never got the hat. I don't think that was fair. All I asked for was one white hat, and it was in the contract, and I signed the contract, so I feel like I should have got the hat. I wonder if that salesman would send it to me. I'm not going back down there ever again, but because it's like 20 minutes. I don't have time to drive there. I didn't even want to buy it there, but okay, I'm not going to talk about them anymore. I refuse to promote Sarasota Cadillac or GM. You guys should be ashamed. What a shame. Mary Barra, loser. I want a public apology from you. I'm going to remind you again. Do the right thing. Haven't you ever been taught manners? Ever in your life? And I want a car. I want an Escalade for my son. I like those. I'll let him drive it because it's not going to be me. You'll never see me in a Cadillac, but I want one for them. They're a growing family, and you are greedy. You're rich, and you're greedy. Shame on you, shame on Cadillac, shame on Christian. Oh, over there's our beautiful Moat Aquarium, Sarasota. It's so nice. I took my mom there when she was here, and here's our beautiful mall. UTC has all the best stores you'll ever see anywhere. Oh, shoot, I gotta get back on the road. Hear that V6 kick in. Without my muffler, I sound like... The young guys like this car, I don't know why. But anyways, what was I saying? We have a nice aquarium. It's a beautiful place to live. I love Sarasota. And now we're coming up to Bradenton. I'm gonna just finish this video with a picture of my house, just so you can see that I didn't roll in, and not that there's anything wrong with it, but I didn't drive in from the trailer court next door. Not that there's anything wrong with mobile homes, but I'm 58, I've worked hard, I've made some pretty good financial decisions, I don't waste money, I don't owe anybody anything, I own my house, I own, and I don't want to share this stuff. I'm only sharing because I feel like this could help somebody, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But again, I'm gonna just remind you, please like, share, and subscribe, because it's not fair, and only people that have the time, the ability, I know how to use an iPhone, I know how to edit, those are not skills that everybody has. People are getting screwed, and they just have to take it, and it's not right. That's, again, it's one thing I really like about Elizabeth Warren. I don't mean to keep talking about her, but I like that she's for the people. She's always looking into banks that are ripping people off. She's always looking into whatever. She needs to look into GM. Put that on your list. I mean, hopefully she'll hear this, and I would love to meet her someday. She's one of my heroes, because she's a good leader. She's a woman. You don't hear many woman leaders. I Googled it. Nobody came up. It was like Harriet Tubman, all people that are from the past. And again, I'm a fan of Hillary Clinton. I don't care what people say. She is a leader. She stands up, and you may not like what she's doing, but she's a leader. Trump is a leader. You might not like what he's doing. I don't like everything he does, but you know what? He decides what he's going to do, and he does it. I wish people would get off his back, but this is not about politics. I don't want to talk about politics. And you know, another person that people hate when I talk about this, because I'm supposed to be a Republican, but I'll just call it a spade a spade. I really like Barack Obama. I really did. I voted for him. First Democrat I've ever voted for, because you know what? He was a leader. Did I like everything he did? No. But you know what he did? He tried to get health care for our country. And you know, it wasn't the best, but he tried. So this is not going to be... Okay, we're very quickly arriving to my house. So I'm going to go by and just show you my house. I'm not showing you my aunt and uncle's car. I decided not to include them in the video. I don't think this is any of their business. They don't even know that any of this has happened, and they probably won't ever see it because they don't want you to. I don't put anything on Facebook because people don't need to know what I'm doing in my daily life. That's some advice that I've learned in the past, that the more people know, the more they try to pick on you. And I made that mistake a couple years ago, and it was not the best result. And again, one of my favorite sayings is, if you're mad about something, write the email, read it, and then delete it. Don't send it. Wow. Okay, so here we are coming up to a really nice town, Lakewood Ranch, which is one of the fastest growing communities in the United States. Oh shoot, I don't want to show you an Escalade. I refuse to promote anything. I'm not even going to show you this logo. This thing, you know what I really would love to do if I didn't get hurt, is I would like to drive this off a cliff, but not with me in it. I really want to make the airbags go off and just, but I don't want to do something criminal like GM does and, you know, try to pull insurance fraud. That sounds like something that Christian or Mary would do, and you know, they would just claim that it was an accident, and yet somehow they would claim the insurance. Okay, I promise this video is coming to a close. I don't want this to go on much longer, but I am going to show you my house, and then I will conclude it at that, just because I like my house. I don't want you to know where I live, but whatever. I mean, I'm not even going to be in town for a few days. I'm taking a break. Just after church Sunday, I'm just going to take a few days off, which I need. Everybody needs to refresh. That's always been my problem in life. I try to go balls to the wall, 100% of the time. You can't do it. You got to take some time off or you burn yourself out. And I'm very close to that again. I recognize when my mental health is being compromised. Luckily, I have a great doctor. I see him regularly and he helps me. It's okay to take medication. Don't be embarrassed. I'm not. I'd rather be fat and, well, I'm not fat anymore, but I'd rather be fat and happy than thin and crazy. But the weight loss is going great. Today I was down 23 pounds and I feel so much better. Maybe that's why I have all the energy. But again, after today, I'm taking a break. I'm going to go post this at the church because I have a computer there. I don't have a desktop at home. I don't really need a desktop. So here's my street. This is the community of Creekwood, which is no fancy Lakewood Ranch. It's nice. It's across from a community called Terra, which is also a nice community. But let's see. I really want to bring this to a close because I don't want to post any more than an hour. I'm sorry for the length, but it's not as hard to drive and film as I thought it would be. I think I need some water, but I darn well will not drink it out of that stupid Cadillac bottle. Wait, here. I don't even open the window. I'm going to throw it out the window. I don't want it in here. Okay. Let's see if I can wreck. I'm going pretty slow. Okay. I'm not a letterer, but here we go. Let's end this video with something memorable. Please like, subscribe. Here we go. Here's Cadillac's water. Here we go. There, it went out the window. Just like their integrity, just like their morals, Cadillac, you don't care about some little 58-year-old music minister, disabled person. How many categories in one person can you offend? I mean, I think the only thing that I wasn't was in a wheelchair or transgender or something. I mean, if I was that, I guess you would have done all the categories in one day. So thank you. Okay, here we're coming up to Creekwood, and I'm going to end the video because Daddy is getting tired. But it's been great talking to you. I like to do these because I think it's helpful, and I don't care. I like to get the money. It'll be nice to make. I bet I'll make $30,000 for every hour I was down there. If I don't, I don't. I don't need the money. I told you my financial situation. Okay, here is the side of my house, and it's kind of dark. I'm going to go by and let you see what a beautiful home I have. But you know what? Cadillac thinks I need a cosigner because they're afraid that this house in the corner here, okay, this is my house, it's dark, but it's not the nicest house in the area. It's nice. We bought it as a foreclosure 10 years ago and fixed it up, bought it for $200,000. It's probably worth $450. This is my aunt and uncle's house right next door. It's beautiful. Look at that. Look at their landscaping. I literally have to be out in the yard all the time just to keep up with my aunt and uncle. I was going to try to show you their Cadillac. I'm not going to open the door. I don't think that's nice at this hour of the night. What time is it? Oh, it's only 5 to 11. You know, I'm going to continue this just a little bit longer just because I have to drive to the church. So I'm going to take you to the church. And then I will close as I pull into the church. I want you to see our new doors that we got at our church today. God is good. Okay, there's my house. It's so dark. I'm sorry. But it's nice. I don't care. It's not no mansion, but you know what? I like 1,500 square feet. I don't want a big mansion. It's too much to clean. I've been working out a lot in my yard. That's helped me to lose weight. I'm on Ozempic, like I told you. And my goal is to lose 90 pounds. I think I'll do it. But you know what? I feel better already. They say on the charts, and I've told you this on my video, that I should weigh 180. I currently weigh 260, which I don't know, for some reason I carry my weight pretty well. If I weighed 180, I would look like I would have AIDS and I was dying. I would look like I was in Ethiopia, like on my last leg. Let's see if we can find our Cadillac bottle here, where it belongs, with Cadillac in the dumpster. Oh wow, is that okay? I'm gonna keep going just to the church, I promise. Here's a little retention pond. You know, when I first moved here, not being from Florida, I'm from Pennsylvania, which I love Pennsylvania, but I don't like living there anymore. I like living here. I used to let my dog swim in there because I didn't know that there were alligators in the water. I had no idea. If you're not from here, if there's water, there's an alligator in it. I recently, this is a funny story. I recently went kayaking, not like last year, with a friend of mine, Dina. You'll see her on my videos. She's just a great friend. She's Jewish because the church that meets with our church is Jewish. It's a temple, and we're the church that owns it. We're a Presbyterian church, which whatever. But sometimes I even wonder, should I be dating a Jewish woman? Is that like bad? I don't know. I mean, am I too heathen, or I don't have to be Jewish? She doesn't really practice that much, so I don't feel that bad about it. Plus, she's so pretty. She's a little bit older than me, like 15 years. No, I'm just kidding. She's like 10 years older. But I've enjoyed all of the things we've done. We do fun things. We go to the casino. Yes, Christians go to the casino. They all try to tell you that they're perfect. Whoops, I don't want to pull in front of this car. This Cadillac. Oh, maybe I can get this thing hit. No, I don't want to do that. That's not honest. Okay, so now we're going to the church, and I promise this is the end. Okay, here's McDonald's, which I drive by every day. Don't stop there anymore. But you know, there's a little place, and I'm not getting paid for any of these promos, but I want to tell you what I like. I don't care. Like, subscribe, and share. Let's get this going viral and get Daddy paid, because I think I'm going to make maybe $100,000 for each hour I was there. I don't need the car, I guess, but it's the principle. Okay, I like this little place here, Scooters. It's a drive-through, and I used to own a convenience store, and they can build these scooters on a postage stamp property, which is pretty awesome. I mean, they don't need much room, and you just drive in, and it's all to go. So on my way to work, I live 3 miles from where I work, and that's the last thing I'm going to show you, I promise. Here's Manitou Technical College, great school. You know, and I don't want to like ramble on about everything tonight, but I'm in the car and I just have a few minutes. I don't think kids these days learn a trade like they should. I mean, why not just be a welder or an electrician or something? Do you have to go to college and pay like $1 million for a degree when in Florida, I'll tell you what, we don't have enough electricians, we don't have enough plumbers. I called a company called Mr. Sparky one time, and I wanted to get an outlet replaced. Okay, that'll be $1,500. All right, what? That's like Sunset Cadillac in Sarasota. How much? And what? How do I finance cash? How does that work? Why are you running my credit? You're making my credit worse because you've done 3 inquiries. One on credit. I have Credit Karma, which makes it easy. I'll repeat that just not to be redundant, but Sarasota Cadillac did an inquiry. I can print it out if anybody wants to see it. I have all the documentation. I have the contract today. I'm not going to post the first video because it's a promo. It was nice. I was having a good time. I'm not posting that. They don't deserve any promotion. I'm not going to run them down after tonight. I'm just going to say my piece, and I'm going to post this and just take a couple days off. I just need to get out of town. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. What was I going to say? Okay, so here's our Bradenton Library. And I want to brag on a sign company. Our church recently was able to afford to do a digital sign. At first I thought I didn't like it, but the more I see that sign, and I'm going to show you when we pull in the church parking lot, or the church parking street. We own the church, Presbyterian, Braden River Presbyterian Church, and we lease space out to a temple. That's how I met Dina. She worked for the temple, and I worked for the church. I was just a little secretary or office manager, whatever you want to call it. And she was sitting there, and I thought, wow, she's kind of pretty. She's really a very beautiful person. I am so grateful for a friend like Dina. Thank you, Lord, for the blessings of friendships, of family. Okay, I promise we're coming to an end. My daughter works at First Watch. There's Papa's I like. Wendy's, that's going to be out of business probably nationwide. This one, there's never anybody there, and they just built it. Coming down to our church. I want you to see this sign, and I want to brag about a great sign company called Robson Sign. They do all the signs like at the places in Bradenton, and our sign for a little church, at the top it says Braden River Church, and underneath of it, I'm going to go slow because you can't really see it that well because we're far away from it, but okay, I'm going to try to capture a little bit without getting run over by the car behind me. We have our logo up on the top. Okay, here's some nice people. I don't want to get robbed or mugged. Hey guys, I'm going to get you on video in case you're not doing something you're supposed to be doing. But I like our sign. And I'm a little bit worried now to go in the church because they're kind of sketchy, but at least I got them on video. If they want to do anything to my car, because I need to be here for a few minutes to post this, and then I'm going to go to bed and hopefully sleep all night. I do have to be at Midas in the morning to get this stupid car fixed. Okay, here's our little church. I love working at a church. I love doing music. I get to do music with my friends each week. I went down today and played my new piano. that Bayfront Piano Anthony got for me, and he's going to deliver it pretty soon, and it's a Kauai. Okay, here's my little church I work at, and this is so nice to do ministry at a small little church. We put new doors in, and they are so beautiful. I love this church. We have a great pastor. I want to say we have great music because it's me, but God is good, and I'm going to turn this off and just keep you guys on the line here just for a few minutes because I'm going in pretty late, and I don't like the look of some of my neighbors. Okay, I just want to take you to the front door, and then this video is over. And by the way, just a reminder, like, subscribe, share. My channel is Sense, S-E-N-S-E. The word Sense, C-E-N-T-S. And the last one is Sense. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. And I want to give you some advice I always tell Dina. When you get out of a car or sit down, don't do a bunch of groaning because Sophia Loren says it makes you sound old. So when you get out, don't go, that's how I feel, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, this car is for sale. Somebody buy it or I'll just push it off a cliff. Okay, I want to show you the front door of the church because I'm so proud of how this turned out. There's the temple sign. They meet on Fridays and Saturdays, which works out good. We rent them space. And here are our beautiful new front doors just installed today. 20 grand, worth every bit of it. So let me see, I hopefully have a key. Well, this got long, guys, but I'm glad. I'm done for a while now, so don't expect to hear much from me. Again, please like, subscribe, share. If anybody wants this car, I'd love to get rid of it. I'm not going to promote it. I don't give a rip about Cadillac anymore. Okay, let me see if I can get in. Just one last thing here with my new key, and then I'm done. I hear the alarm going off. I hope this works. Oh, I want to post this tonight. Let me see. I'm going to keep it on this. Okay, guys, I may have to get another key, but anyways, I don't have to post this at the church. I can do it at home, but I kind of wanted to promote it. I don't know if it's worth it, but all right. Just my final word of the night, coming live from my place of employment. Like, subscribe, share, and don't let people get treated like this. It's not right. It's just not right. Shame on Cadillac. Shame on GMC. Shame on Mary Barra. She's the CEO of the whole company. I just thought you should know who's in charge. I just Googled it. Anybody can do it. And I want a public apology again, I'll tell you. And I want that little optic for free. And I want a car for my son and his family. I don't care if you give it to me or not. Starting at today, what time is it? I don't know, it's 11 o'clock. This becomes your problem. I'm putting this off my plate. I'm busy enough with church things. So good night, my friends, my family, and be blessed. Thank you for supporting my channel. Love you guys. Bye.